All right, so we're going to do a distance healing the way I do it. So, what do I got there? There's going to be some pranic healing stuff. Again, the way I do it. And there's also going to be, I created a language with my guides. So, the beings that help me do healings. Hi, it's you! Hello! Okay. So, you can receive healing during this live stream, or you can do the healing with me. Either way, okay? All right, so I'm going to talk through the way I do distance healings. All right. So, you have to get permission from someone to do a distance healing. I have that permission. But sometimes you'll come across somebody who is unconscious, or you don't have the ability to give them healing. So what you can do instead is to offer to. You can either pray or you can just stand. Done this in a hospital room. I offer healing in the highest best interest. And if you would like it, please turn my hands on now. Now you can heal yourself by doing this distance healing. It's like astrally traveling outside your body and then doing a healing on your self. So I have a friend who is like our avatar. So I will do a distance healing on him, and then I get information from myself. But you can pretend you're healing yourself. So I always use my left hand this way, and I always visualize head here and laying face up on my hand. So the body is about this big. Okay? Normally I have a notebook next to me and I write everything down. So I'm not going to be doing that this time because I'm making a video. Okay? So I already have permission, and I know who the person is, but you guys, whoever watches this, does not have to know who the person is, or you can use your own person. Whoever else that you want to do a healing on, use this setup, use this protocol, use this procedure to do your own distance healing on your person. All right? So it's a lot like the way we start meditation every single week. See yourself sitting in the center of the big white spotlight of the highest, holiest source, creator, energy, God, the light. You're always in the center of the light, always in the light. The light of God, highest, holiest source, creator. Whatever word you use. Good. There's a difference between source, creator, God, and just God. Okay, so that's the creationary aspect. The source, creator, God is the Jesus God. Because there is a different entity that some people refer to as God that is not a creator. Okay, so that's why I say source, creator, God. Archangel Michael, Jesus, play for that team. They're on that side. They're in that light. Okay, so you can see yourself always sitting in the center of the big white spotlight, the highest, holiest source, creator energy. Okay, but you don't need to know who this is. If you want to work with me, I'm going to be talking about this person's stuff through this. So you can work with me on this healing and see if you get the same information. Then you can use the same video later and do someone else. Okay, but so to start, I first ground myself in the light. I'm grounded to Mother Earth through my root chakra. And I'm also grounded to heaven, grounded to the light through my crown chakra. Highest, holiest. All right. I already have permission to do this distance healing. can ask questions through the live stream if you want. So we're going to start. So I'm grounded to earth energy, and heaven energy. I relax myself completely. You can see yourself as a big crystal pitcher. I fill my own pitcher with that divine healing energy, that light, before I pour into the cup of the client or whoever I'm going to do the healing on. She's ready to go. All right, so I may burp, yawn to clear. I shake my head. When I shake my head, I'm clearing resistance. Just a faster way to go. And then sometimes my head will make like yes. It's going to look so weird that people will really understand why I haven't done this sooner. But I usually I sit in the comfortable place in my house, music that I like. I usually have coffee or tea or water. Oh, and I breathe weird. When I breathe weird, it means I'm pulling it out of her, but I don't want it in me, so I'm getting rid of it before it comes into me. And I'll tap to clear. So I'm already becoming aware of the similarities between myself and this client. This client is easily sets their heart compass to love, easily wants to do good for the world, wants to help the world and make it a better place, but will exhaust herself in doing that. So she puts herself last. And so I want to tell this client that you have to put yourself first. You have to nurture yourself first so that you don't leave yourself open to getting migraines, because your body gives you migraines, so you focus on yourself. Also, if you love too much outside of yourself, if you over-nurture outside of yourself, you set yourself up, not that you have cancer, but you can get breast cancer, ovarian cancer, cancer of the mother, the breasts and ovaries. You have to nurture and love yourself. Now, if you don't want to stop nurturing and doing whatever healing work you're doing, then that means you're going to have to say no to some of your friends, some hobbies maybe, in order to take a bath and nurture yourself. And don't take a bath to check the box. So I'm just clearing her as I'm getting this information. So her head is here, her body's here, and her feet are here. So I'm just clearing from beneath and getting whatever information I can get. Just clearing her out, gently clearing her out. Yawning. I grow long energy fingers and I slide through. And it's very easy to love this person. It's very easy to love this client. So now I just let myself just love. Just love her. And my own belly is up a little. My own belly's up a little because I want her to have a happier life. I want her to have an easier life. That's my agenda. So I have to breathe in. Exhale, push my belly down. My belly is up because she and I share this characteristic. So as I heal her, I heal it in myself. So I allow myself to receive healing at the same time that I'm giving healing to this person. But my belly up, my non-relaxed, is my own ego trying to keep me from healing that. It's my own ego blocking me from healing, from changing, from growing, from expanding my paradigm. You can't say no to these people. You have to, that's your this, that's your that, that's your best friend of this many years, that's your relative of this, that's your friend who did all this. Breathing in, big belly, breathing out, exhale, push my belly down, grounding, grounding, grounding. So when my belly pops up, this is just something we share. Good, so I allow myself to receive healing as I give it. But my focus is on the client. I'm not going to slow her down to heal myself. Good. Now I just want to sweep her mind a little bit more. So what happens with the mind creates thoughts, the ego creates thoughts, I want to be a good person, and that can give you problems. Like, this is why I say virtue signaling. Social justice warriors and their virtue signaling. They're virtue signaling, this is bad, and I think it's bad. That makes me a good person. And what are they doing? They're beating the drum of all these things they think they're fighting. They think they're fighting racism by beating the drum of racism. They think they're, that's just complaining. That complaining brings that negativity right to your body. And then you become a magnet through the law of attraction for more negativity, or more anger, or more frustration, or whatever it is. Okay, I guess the music isn't meant to be. All right, so I'm just sweeping through the mind gently, because the mind creates a lot of problems. So if I'm holding on to friends, if I'm holding on to friends and family or whatever, then my body can hold on to weight to show me that I'm holding on to stuff. So this is my time of year that I purge my house. I get the stuff that I think I need for the summer, whether it's the kids' clothes or whatever. This is a good time. Lots of stuff's on sale, whatever. I get the new stuff. I get rid of the old stuff and, try and sell whatever if I feel like I need to, or give away whatever I need to. Okay, and then but I get it out of my house. It's got to go. Clear my house, purge my house of all those things so that the summer is easy. That helps when I get rid of everything in my house I don't want. That helps my body release everything that it doesn't want. Okay, so my body is my house. It's my soul's house. So when I do it outside of my body, in my house, my body releases too. So as it is inside, so it is outside. But a lot of things are in the mind. Okay. So by working through clearing this person's mind, limiting beliefs, negative self-beliefs, and throwing self under the bus beliefs, I'm just going to help this person. I'm hungry. But I'm going to push. Well, I'm tired, but I'm going to push. Right? Good. Pushing. And so, see, I just checked in, my belly was tight. That means I do that. That's what I do too. So I'm going to let that go. Good. So I'm just going to sweep. I'm sweeping through the back of her head, but also through her eyes and her mouth. Okay, so the mouth, teeth, the mouth, there's this thing called pulling. You could do it with coconut oil and essential oils. But keeping your oral hygiene, keeping your mouth healthy, creates more health everywhere in your body. So I'm not going to get into it, but I energetically work through people's mouths, their eyes, and their brain. So I'm just working the head for a while. If I'm still yawning, I'm not going to leave, because that means stay. Just clearing through the head. And I just allow my intuition to become aware of. Okay, my intuition is aware of these short little thoughts. I'm just gonna this. I'm just gonna that. I just gotta finish this. I just gotta do that. I just gotta. But it's like staccato energy, and it's so there's in that staccato energy. I'm just gonna. There is no relaxation. There's no peace. There's no joy in it. There's pushing. I'm pushing myself. She's pushing herself. She's pushing, and now that I become aware of that, I'm aware of her shoulders. Okay, so she takes a lot onto her shoulders. So she's a capable person. And when I become aware of it, now I can clear it, right? So a big yawn. I'm just aware of the shoulders. Now I'm onto the shoulders. As I do the shoulders, I also do the throat. Even though I'm doing from behind, it doesn't matter. My long energy fingers go through the bottom. So the shoulders and the throat chakra through the back. I'm not doing the chakras yet, though. Just so you understand, I'm just clearing the physical body and letting the physical body tell me this is what she does. This is what she does. This is what she thinks. This is what she does to us. So the physical body is a gift. It holds on to all this stuff that you do to yourself, that this client does, and then it tells on you to me. It tells me, this is what she's doing to us. This is what she's doing, okay? That's why this energy is here in this physical body for me to read right now. The body is telling on her. Good. The body's tired. This makes me tired when she does this. She uses us this way. Makes us tired. She takes on other people's, I'm saying problems. They say, no, not really problems, but sort of like responsibilities, other people's what do you want to call it? She takes on other people's, like, yeah, responsibilities, obligations. She takes on other people's something, but she's smarter than taking on other people's problems. So she's pretty good about not making other people's problems her problems. Because I could feel that differently. This person doesn't do that. This person is taking on, it's more like responsibilities and obligations. I can do it on my way to this. I could do it on my way to that. Good. My own belly is staying down, which means I don't do that. Okay, no, the connection's going in and out. I didn't say anything while it was just frozen. All right, so now I'm moving down through the middle of the body, behind the heart and the internal organs. And as I'm sweeping from head to foot, and I'm in the middle of the torso now, just clearing out the body of the physical of the energy of stagnation. I'm clearing the internal organs, and I'm just encouraging the internal organs to let go and tell me what she's doing to them. I'm encouraging the internal organs just let go of everything. Let me clear them out and let me clear the space between them. I'm encouraging them not to squeeze, not to be squeezed. I'm encouraging the internal organs to let go, including the heart. Just let go. And as I do that, I feel the shoulders relax. So when she puts other people's responsibilities on her own shoulders, it tenses up her internal organs. They feel like they don't have peace and space to just exist. So I'm using my hand, but I can also use my breath. And now I'm looking at the stomach. Okay, I'm looking at the stomach. The stomach tells on people, tells me when they eat quickly at fast food, or they're not eating balanced meals, they're eating too late. The stomach can tell me if they're eating too late. The stomach can tell me if they're not drinking enough water. I need more water to process everything. What do they expect? Everybody's internal organs have a different way of speaking, but they say the same kind of stuff. Okay. And now I'm providing some energy to the lower, from the heart down. I'm providing some energy because she uses all of her own energy. So this is a person I would recommend Reiki. Come take my Reiki class so that I can teach you how to use Reiki energy to live and serve and help people rather than your own energy. Because at this point in the healing, I have to give her more energy to keep doing the work. That's very normal. That's not bad. So I'm just going to, from underneath, I'm going to give energy, give energy, give. If you keep giving energy, that's going to help us do the work more. It's like adding water to a pan that you're trying to wash. It's like adding hot water and a little more soap. That's what adding the energy now is equivalent to. She's not doing anything wrong. There's nothing bad. There's nothing for me to tell her. Well, except please take my Reiki class. Good. And now I feel her body relax a little bit more. It relaxes because it feels supported by me. It feels like, oh, someone's listening. Someone gets it. Someone's helping. And now I'm saying, yes, I am. And now I'm saying you can love her for signing up for this. You can be grateful to your person because she's the one that's allowing me to do this. And of course they love their person. Of course this body loves its person. It just kind of wishes that she wouldn't forget about her own body and that she wouldn't forget about her own life so much, and she wouldn't it just wishes she would use her own time and her own energy for her own enjoyment of her own life rather than giving it away. I don't feel like some people, you could feel that they enable and disempower people by giving too much. That's not the case here. That's not the case. But it does feel like there is a way for her to bring more joy, bring more energy back to herself while she's doing the service to other people. So maybe if she has to cart someone around, she can find more minutes to meditate, bring herself back to herself, empower herself, make herself stronger. Like bring an apple, bring apples, bring walnuts and apples around. You know, walnuts and apples, you can buy them like already done. So instead of going through a drive-through or going to a place with like sandwiches, this body's saying I prefer having apples and walnuts, you know, because you can buy them prepackaged and set, ready to go. I would rather have apples and walnuts, you know, for like lunches or breakfast or whatever, than get a sandwich. Because I can use the energy from those foods faster without so much waste, and then the waste goes somewhere to the body to be processed. All right. Okay, good. That feels easier. All right, that feels better. All right, now I'm around the pelvis. This person has a sense of humor. This person has a great sense of humor. Now, the second chakra is sexuality and power in male-female relationships, but it's also creativity. And she has a sense of humor in her creativity. There's a sense of humor. There's a sense of humor she takes for granted. That feels better. It feels more true. She takes her sense of humor for granted. Now, her sense of humor could be used creatively to create some form of an income. So, you know, that's what I would tell her. Creativity, humor. There's something here, there's a potential here for you to create something that you infuse with a sense of humor that brings you money, that you either sell or provide. That just feels really true. So I'm not working the chakras yet. I'm just clearing the body. This is the first phase of healing. And now the legs. The legs hardly ever complain. The knees will have fear of moving forward. Left knee would be fear of moving forward with respect to what I deserve. And right knee would be fear of moving forward with respect to being strong enough. Am I strong enough? So there was a man with right knee pain, right knee issues, and it had to do with moving forward, was aging, and he was coming up on the age when his father died. So he was young, but you know, it was like 50-something, young, pretty young, but he was approaching the age that his father, same-sex parent, passed. So his right knee started giving him trouble, and that's all it was. So I give him the information. Your right knee, fear of moving forward, regard to being strong enough. When did your dad die? You know, how old are you? There it is. Okay, so the body gives us beautiful information. We just use the information before. All right. So that's the first phase. So just that. Now, second phase, I call it stations. So this is pranic healing, but it's not really pranic healing the way I do it. So if you imagine, oh, look at my body. So here's my body. The first station is, so I would go like this. My hands together 5 times. First station. The first station is here. The second station, my hands go on the sides. Here. Second station. 5 times. Third station. Fourth station. And then fifth station is beyond my bodily limits. Okay. So first station. So while I'm doing this pranic healing technique, first station, I'm doing it, but I also set it up that the first station is the person's relationship with their self. So while I am doing the healing on their first station, I'm getting information on how they screw up their relationship with themselves. There's a better way to say that, but I'm not going to waste time. So I go 1. So I start above the person's head. So see the person facing you. Above their head, first station. And long energy fingers sweeping through. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to stop counting because I'm just going to tell you we're in the first station, and then I'm going to see how does this person how does this person mess up their relationship with themselves? What wants to be healed? Remember, healing is not adding, it's only subtracting. So, in the intention of healing, what wants to be subtracted? This person's relationship with themselves. Pretty good. Sometimes, so if I'm them, sometimes I think I'm a good person, and other times I think I could have done better. I feel like I'm constantly like monitoring myself, like watching myself, like I'm not like a scorecard exactly or grading myself, but somewhat along those lines. I'm trying. That's the word. I'm trying. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do to be a good person or on my right path. So this person has an awareness that her path is her path. It doesn't have to look like someone else's. So she's got that down. I don't have to do what other people tell me to do. I don't have to do. I could create something, and that would be fine. There's a fear about like starting. It's not like a failure to launch. It's limited resources. I don't want to waste my limited resources. Okay, so when I say that, then I realize that there's all these light beings around her that are like, ask us for help. I also realize that she needs to connect higher. She needs to connect to her higher self in a higher way more often and just relax and meditate. And, there's just no other way to live your best life. Meditate, but connect higher. Like high. Highest self, highest potential self. It's like she's not connecting high enough, so she's not getting the true information on what she's really looking for. And I get that there's not a lot of resources backing this person, so she doesn't have like $1 million. Just start. If she's like, oh, I'm going to start a healing center, there's not. But if she needed $1 million to start her thing, it would come. So in the not connecting high enough, there's also a fear because there's a lack of trust that everything I need to create my highest vibrational life and move into the space where I am in alignment with my highest and holiest self, in service to others as I serve myself, everything that I need for that will come to me in divine time, in the best way possible, in the best way forward. So her, not problem, but she's just not reaching high enough. That's her only thing. She's trying to be a good person. The trying is wasting her time and energy. She needs to just connect high. She's able to do more than she realizes if she just goes high. So she's stopping where she reaches to, and then there's still confusion there. There's still no clear path forward. It's just because she's kind of asking the middle manager when she really needs to ask the CEO of the entire operation. She just needs to ask higher. Ask higher. All right, so now I just want to put my right hand, my left hand is down below, palm up, and I'm going to put her feet hover above my left palm. And my right hand is way above her crown chakra. And I'm just going to give her an awareness, easily and gently, of how high she needs to ask. And I'm just going to clear from the top of her head, I'm going to clear up to where my hand is, the highest source. Because so what I feel is if she knew, she'd probably think that, though, that can't be it, that's too easy, or that can't be it because, that's like a hobby of mine. That's not how I'm going to work, or that's not what I'm going to do, or that's not how I'm going to make an income. I know we're spending a lot of time on the first station, but some of the other stations we're just going to blast through so fast. And the work we do in the stations, we take our time in the clearing in the first step, then that clears out the stuff, so that in the stages that we're in now, it's hard trying to talk while you're doing a healing, actually. So this is the second part where we're doing the stations. So the more clearing we do in the first stage, the easier the second stage goes. And then the second stage, we take our time here. That makes the chakras, which will last, easier and faster. So sometimes you feel like, oh my God, this part's taking forever. I got 2 more parts to get to. It doesn't work like that. All right, so I'm just clearing now from the very, very top, right down through her, so that she has an easy time seeing how high she needs to connect with. How high. So this tells me too, she takes her gifts for granted. She's got a nice way about her, like that people enjoy being around her, and she takes that for granted. So she doesn't realize she could actually create an income by being around people. It may be that she ends up doing something where she takes old people to appointments, and she sits with them, stays with them, takes care of them, and that's worth a lot to their families. So maybe their daughters and sons and daughters or whatever of these people pay, they work full time, and they pay her something to bring their people around or to schedule doctor's appointments. Now, to this person who I'm working on, well, that can't be a real job. That's too easy. Well, I can't do that. Well, you can, because you're the kind of person that people can rely on, people like to be around. You can schedule appointments in a smart way, and then you buy a van or something, and you write it off as your business. And then you do it, you bring your books around and you take old people to appointments or whatever. maybe people pay you monthly, or maybe people pay you weekly, depending on whatever, and that pays for your van. And then you can read books while you're working. You can meditate while you're working. And to the children of these old people, they don't want to take time off of their jobs to go bring their mom or dad to a doctor's appointments. They're very happy for you to do that. And they're happy to pay you, because maybe those people have intense jobs. And then you just shoot a quick email or whatever, and you say, okay, here's what the doctor said, or you record it. Maybe you take your phone out and you do a voice memo recording of what the doctor said about your mom or your dad, about their mom or dad. You record it, and then you send that in an email to the daughter or son of the person, whatever. And you charge for that, because it's a very valuable thing. And then they can make a folder in their phone, and they can keep track of what the doctor said. And they don't have to keep taking time off to bring their parents to doctor's appointments. Okay. Anyway. All right, so that's the first station. So after I clear and sweep the first station, so I'm going to just reiterate for the first station, this person kind of screws herself over by thinking that what she's good at and what makes her a valuable resource to the world, she takes that for granted. So she doesn't realize that her gift to the world is, she thinks it's easy. She takes it for granted. All right, so that's difficult, but it's also great if she could really understand this, and she could really come up with some kind of a business solution using her gifts in a way that's easy for her. This is what I mean by she's in service to others, which serves her. All right. So I'm just feeding the first station energy. Just filling the first station with energy. And then, I could just seal it or whatever. All right, now I'm going to do the second station. Remember that is, so the first station is the center, and then the second station is just to the sides of the first station. I start above her head. You can make her smaller. Just see her however you see her. The second station is outside of the first station. And this is her relationship with a significant other. So whether she's married or dating, or even if no one's there, I'm clearing the second station. I'm clearing the lower vibrational energy out of her marriage or her partner relationship. Now, my arms are tired here. My arms, I feel like I don't know whether she's married or not, but she does more than her fair share or whatever. She takes more responsibility. Again, here it is. This is what we found in the body when we were scanning in the body. She takes more responsibility than is fair. And that makes her feel good, that she's pulling more than my weight. I feel better when I'm pulling more than my weight. So there's a trade-off with, I'm tired because I'm pulling more than my weight, but I feel better about it. Okay, so it raises my vibration when I pull more than my weight. Well, okay, but then listen to your body. Your body's saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of pulling more than my weight. Okay, so there's a trade-off here. Now, I would like to get this client into a position where, because as we get older, you are not able to keep doing this. Or if you get children, or if you get married and you get children, or you get animals, or whatever, this second station, it's nice to clear this energy up and get it in balance before your client or my client, this person, gets more older or adds adds relationships, whether it's children, spouse or children or animals. I would rather get this second station more in balance. So I would let this client know her second station, her relationship with significant others is not in balance. You're taking too much responsibility and you're getting something out of that. You feel better about yourself by taking on more responsibility than would be feasible, okay? But I can feel I'm not going to change this. I just make this person aware of this. I would just make her aware of that. And now I'm going to fill it with energy. So this person has to decide how to do that or ask me for help on how to do that. But for now, this is not something that is a huge problem. This is not something that really needs to be fixed. This is just something that I'm going to place into this client's awareness. You take on more responsibility and that makes you feel good. I'm just going to tell her that. Now, just by holding that information, having that information, as she moves forward from here with that conscious awareness, when she starts to do that, taking on more than, and then she feels good about it, then she can go, oh, this is what Carla meant. Now I know what Carla meant when she said this. You know what? I'm going to just put my feet up, or I'm going to just not take this responsibility. So I feel that in her second station, just having the awareness that you take on more, and then you have a clear conscience or you get something out of it or you feel good because you pull more than your weight. Just telling her that, she can then make the change. And then also that as you get older, this is going to get more and more taxing. If you don't change at all, or if you don't become aware of it all, or if you are like, nope, I'm not changing, as you get older, your body's going to get more tired. Okay, so I feel that it feels like in her second station, just her knowing those things, she'll be able to keep that in her mind and then make the changes to stay as in balance as possible. So I don't feel like there's a lot for me to do. So now I'm just filling the second station with energy. It's like handing her energy for the relationship with significant other or dating relationship, or if there's no one in the picture, whoever comes into the picture. Okay, now third station. Third station would be is further, it's outside of the second station. And the third, as I clear it, the pranic third, good, the pranic healing, the third part, I start over her head, I scoop over her head and down the third column. It's outside of the second. This is relationship with children. And if the person doesn't have children, if they're young, you're creating the energy for if they do have children. But it's not just children. It's also like if she's going to write a book or if she's going to start a project. So let's talk about that business I said just before about, get a van and, call yourself something and then take old people to appointments and schedule. So if she's whatever she's doing now for work, if she's starting a new business, if she decides to start that as a business, getting a van and setting that up, that is also like a child of hers. So that is also in the third station. Okay, so now I feel my own belly up. Again, my own stomach up means that I share some commonality here with, there's like an anticipation, there's a really wanting to do something or start something, but it sort of stays in the infancy stage. It never, for some reason, it doesn't move forward, and now I'm getting the color orange. It's the second chakra. So her issues with either having children or starting a business or starting some project or whatever that she's wanting to take care of, grow, whatever, whether it's children or, is related to her second chakra. And so at this point, I would write on my notebook, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. But I'm also aware that I have an issue. So before I talk to her, I'm going to meditate on my issue and my second chakra, get clear on that, so that as a healer, I don't bring my problem, my issues into our healing or our talk together. So I have to clear it out of me so that I'm a blank slate to listen to her. Okay. I think that makes sense. Okay, so that's the third station. Now I'm just going to energize the third station. Send energy. Okay. And there's resistance there because my head's shaking left, right. So there's resistance in the third station wanting to. There's resistance. And I understand. It's that fear of launching, or it's the same thing we talked about. But it's really not going, it's not going any, I'm not having any, I'm energizing it, so I'm giving her energy to help her with that. And then, but my words, she needs the words of it. She needs the information, the intuitive information. Then she can hear that, and then she's going to make some changes, but it's not going anywhere. I can't take it away right this minute, all by myself. All right. That's the third station. Fourth station is relationship that so it's outside the third station. I start again over her head, and I come down the fourth station that's outside the third station. And this is her relationship to family. Family, friends, family, close friends, family and friends. There's a lot of, I just yawned, there's some stagnant energy in here. There's energy of her wanting them to keep thinking she's, they have positive thoughts about who she is. She likes the way her family sees her, however they see her. They see her as loving or gentle or kind, nice, happy, easy to be around. All these pleasant. They see her as pleasant. I feel it's stagnant energy. She doesn't want that to change. I don't want my family and close friends to think that I like the way they think of me. I like the way that they see me. I like the way they see me. Oh my God. So I would set up a session, a short tapping. I would give her a line to tap on. All right. Whew. And it would be, even though I like the way my family and friends see me, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I enjoy the way my family and friends see me, my soul would like to grow, possibly change. I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. So, as her, there's a real egoic hold on changing. I don't want to change because I like the way people see me. I don't want to change because I like the way people think I'm pleasant to be around, or that I'm helpful, or that I'm a good person. And the body wants her to focus on it more. The body wants her to play with it more. The soul wants her to grow more and do more and be bigger, which she's allowing her ego to kind of keep her smaller, not small, but smaller, not grow, because I like my image with my family and my friends. That's what's in the fourth station. Good. So now I'm just making my big belly. I'm just making my belly really big. And I'm just sweeping that out. Whatever her higher self allows me to clear out of that. Clear away the image. Clear away the holding of the image. And a little egoic resistance. I just breathe in, big belly. I'm expanding my belly more. I'm clearing as much as I can, trying not to change. Because she wouldn't have called, and she wouldn't have set up a healing or allowed me to do a healing on her if she wasn't amenable to some change, to some growth. So just by her saying, sure, do a healing on me, do a distance healing, yeah, whatever you want to do, however she said it, she gave me permission to change her experience of her own life. She gave me permission to grow her, to help her grow, assist her in growth. So in doing that, we have to break the little box down and let her expand out of the box. So part of what keeps the box small is I like the image that my family and friends have of me. Relax the belly. Allow this. If you have the same thing and you're doing this with me, heal yourself at the same time. Is your belly up? Big belly breathing. I allow myself to change and grow as I do this healing on this person. Now, you could see now how I'm doing a distance healing on one specific person, but I can also allow the healing to happen on me, and then it's a very short jump to allowing the same healing to happen on every being in the whole world who's up for it. That's why Renegade Yogi, when I heal the earth and heal all the beings, it's like, I'm not just healing one person, that's easy, that's Reiki 2, easy. Then I'm allowing myself to get healed, that's still Reiki 2, still easy. Well, if I can heal that person who's not near me, and I can heal myself as if I'm outside myself, why not just heal every single human and every single being on the planet that wants it? It's a big jump, but still, why would it be any weirder than healing someone who's not right here? You can't see her. Okay. Yeah. Relax the belly. Family and friends. Now I'm just going to send energy to the fourth station, sending her soul energy to more deeply and completely grow when it comes to family and friends. So whatever her soul wants to do with it, it's all up to her higher self. I can't do anything that the higher self doesn't allow. So I'm just sending energy to the fourth station and allowing her higher self to guide her, use the energy for her to grow her own self. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense the way I said it. All right, now the fifth station. Again, over the head and down, outside the fourth station is the fifth station. And this is her relationship to the world at large. So we're just going to scrape it. We're just going to clear it. The client's relationship to the world at large. I'm just going to sense what's here. There's energy of, it's like a healthy, I don't care. It's like, it's a healthy, like, well, there's nothing I can do about those people over there, or that's happening. There's nothing I can do. But my stomach is also not in knots, but upset. It's not happy. So as her, I'm saying there's nothing I can do about them or those people suffering over there. There's nothing I can do about it. But physically, it's hurting my stomach. It's impacting my stomach. Okay? So I'm just clearing the fifth station. Her relationship with the world at large. There's a lot of grossed out. Why are people doing that? Which anybody, I feel like what she's grossed out by is something everybody would be. Why can't they just stop? But not and she's doing it in a very gentle way. It's a very gentle energy of, she's not angry. She's a little disappointed and, just slightly disappointed in the entire human race. Good. So as I'm sweeping through, I'm basically energetically saying, I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel the same. There's a lot more of us than you can believe. Many of us. She's very clear. She's smarter than just saying, I want everyone to get along. I wish everyone would just get along. She's smarter than that. She has more of a compassion. Compassion is love plus understanding. She has more compassion than just arms folded. I wish everyone would just get along already. Stop. You know, she's got a love plus understanding. She has a compassion. Okay. I'm just clearing this out, but as I'm clearing it, I'm just kind of saying there's a lot of us that feel the same. You're in good company. I'm not saying don't worry. It's not saying don't worry about it. I'm just saying, just clearing it out. Just clearing away. She's got a gentle, light frustration, disappointment, irritation with the world at large. You know, just why aren't things better or something. It's not really like, it's not bad. It's very gentle. I don't feel like there's things for me to set her straight on. I don't feel like, what else would I find here? Okay, so sometimes what I would find in a healing client here would be someone who has an offering to the world that's like huge, but they're kind of like, I don't know if the world deserves what I'm going to give because they're not going to get it anyway. So that you would find in the fifth station. That's not here. She doesn't have that. This person also I can feel is very stronger than she even knows. Strong enough to handle like the stuff that I know that may or may not come out over the next 5 to 7 years. It would be shocking, but she would be able to handle it. Because she's got more intuition than she realizes, and she's got more strength than she realizes. And also, if some of the big things come out, she'll be like, oh my God, that makes sense. Now I know why, blah, 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 blah. Now I know why. So she would be able to mentally put things together mechanically. All the things that she's like kind of grossed out by the world of, if she gets this information, then she'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Now I know why this or that. So, all right. So now I'm just going to give her energy in the fifth. Give her some energy. Fifth. World at large. Her relationship with the world at large. Just going to give her energy there. And also as I give her energy there, I'm going to make sure she knows that I love her. Make sure that she knows that I'm available and love her. So I'm in the world. So I'm part of her world at large. I'm part of her world at large. So as I'm sending energy to her world at large, I'm just letting her know that she's loved, by me and other people like me in the world at large. So making her feel as loved, accepted, supported by the world at large as she needs to be to do whatever her soul wants her to do. Okay, so those are the stations. Now I'm going to go through the chakras. So first chakra is around where the genitals are anyway, but I make myself comfortable. So the way I do it is my hands are comfortable right here, right in front of me, right in front of my heart. So I'm just going to, I put her first chakra here. And I give energy with my left hand to the back of her chakra. And then with my right hand, I sweep out the front. So I'm clearing her first chakra, which is safety, security, belonging, the family, society, blah, blah, blah. So I sweep it. I go between sweeping and giving energy, sweeping and giving energy, and then I just see what comes out of here. Oh, and the sizes of it usually give some information close to what the person's like. Maybe their soul path is. So someone with a very small first chakra probably moves around a lot. That could be someone who maybe is a minimalist and lives out of a bag. They would have a smaller first chakra. Someone who maybe sets up like a thing, they would have a larger one. But you might get information differently. All right, so it feels like this person creates long-term relationships. Like, it feels like this person doesn't need a lot, doesn't use their friends to complain a lot. Doesn't wear people out. They're generally okay. She generally handles her own problems. Generally good-natured, loyal, has integrity. So in general, this person creates pretty solid and long living relationships. Okay. So now I'm just going to give energy to the first chakra. Another way you can give energy to the first chakra, you can put one hand on each side, create an energy ball or a line of energy, and then just pass the energy through like a column. All right, my head wants to turn left, so she's got worthiness or deserved issues in her first chakra. So that could be concerning like a home life or a relationship, or so first chakra has to do with family that you come from, but also the family that you create. Also has to do with work family. So this will get clearer as we move up into the other chakras. But there's a worthiness issue in her first chakra. I feel like as a little kid, if somebody admonished her, she took it more to heart than they meant it. Like, so there was shame created accidentally by caregivers. She wanted to be perfect, and even guidance given she took it harder than the person meant. So she's probably got some perfectionist tendencies, but everybody wants to please their parents or grandparents or whatever, but I feel like this was an unintentionally created shame that she felt like someone was saying something they were not saying. Yeah, okay. So it'll get clearer as we go up, but it could have been like she might have done something, she thought she was going to get like praise and accolades, and they're like, yeah, okay, just, okay, yeah, oh, yeah, thanks, okay, thanks, yep. And it didn't get, I'm not doing a good job with this. I can feel it in my head. All right. Now, I'm just going to make 3 or so infinity signs over the front and the back of the first chakra. And now, instead of moving my hands up to the second chakra, I'm going to move the person's body down. So my hands stay in the same spot. My hands stay in the same spot. But I give energy again with my left, and I sweep through with my right. And the second chakra is sexuality, power in male-female relationships, or power in your sexual relationships, and also creativity. So I feel like she knows she's creative, but she doesn't know how creative she is. It's like she sees like 1 gallon, but there's really 40 gallons worth creativity. She doesn't see her second chakra the way it is, the way it truly is. It's also after 1, so my mind is going to rush a little bit. A lot of stagnant energy here. A lot of resistance. Believe she had a past life where her creativity was kind of used against her in a way, or that was her impression, that her creativity was used against her. It wasn't. She could have been an artist, she might have gotten a critique that made it just really upset her. A lot of stagnant energy in her second chakra, and tired. And resistance. So it's all her second chakra that's keeping her from, I feel like, really getting into her path. So if you look at life, like the first phase is information gathering, like babies put things in their mouth, they learn what everything is. This is red, this is blue, this is yellow, this is a car, this is a tree, this is a house. That's information gathering, which happens throughout your whole life, of course. And then the second phase is accumulation. Accumulation is when I accumulate things. I like black and I like Subarus. I'm going to get a black Subaru. I like this house. I like this husband or this mate, this dog. So accumulation phase, obviously, once it starts happening, it happens the rest of your life too. And information gathering and accumulation are easy. They're easy to go from one to the other. They're easy to do both simultaneously. Good. Second chakra is where a lot of stuff is for her. This is the key. Second chakra is where the key to this whole healing is. I feel like I could spend a long time in here. I'm not going to, because it's not going to serve our time today, but when I talk to her, we're going to talk about second chakra a lot. Third phase of life is completion. That's when, not everybody gets to it, of course, but that's when you start really getting on your soul path, and your soul guides you to be doing what it incarnated in this meat suit to do. So, completion. Sometimes with completion, you have to walk away from things, you have to stop some things, you have to quit some things, or you have to start some things. So, to go from the accumulation phase to the completion phase, this is a tough thing, because going from learning what things are to gathering those things, that's easy. But from that to now getting into your soul path, maybe getting rid of things and maybe adding things that you feel like, I can't afford that, or I can't do that, I can't, I'm afraid to fail, So to go from accumulation to completion, that's where that transition phase is where I get most of my clients are in that, and she's in that. She's in there. She's in her soul's wanting her to get into like the completion phase. Of course she's still going to gather information, and of course she's still going to accumulate. Get rid of and accumulate and get rid of and accumulate. But a lot of times this is where the leap of faith happens. Paulo Coelho wrote The Alchemist. He had to quit his job and write the book. It was scary for him to quit the book. Now he's written all these books. And he's happy now. He's in his completion, he's in completion mode. Well, but it's not easy, to go from accumulation to completion. So this is where she is. She's in that transition. So there's a lot of things that are exciting to her, a lot of things that lift her. That I like, and that I like, and that I like. So I would tell her, I would write this down, make a list of all the things that light you up. And they may seem unrelated, but we need you to see a list of all the things that you really love. And Dr. Mara had this thing in her waiting room. It said, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what lights you up, because what the world needs is more people who are lit up. So I would ask her to make a list of everything that lights her up. Every single thing that she could think of. And not just what she thinks is important. God. And I would remind her to make sure she puts freedom on that list. Freedom. Oh, good. But then she also likes feeling safe. So I would ask her to put those two things on the list. Sometimes we don't think that they go hand in hand, but they can. That's the whole beauty of the third phase of your life. You can have something like safety and freedom together. It's just something's guiding you by making you light up with freedom and safety. Something's guiding you towards the creation of that in your completion mode. All right. Okay. Now I'm just gonna send energy now through the second chakra, and we're gonna move through these as quickly as we can. And then 3 infinities. Gentle, loving feeling to your second chakra. Understanding that her second chakra really holds a lot of the keys. So I will be giving her homework that have to do with healing the second chakra. Getting out of her own way. She's in her own way right now. Okay, third chakra is self-esteem. Solar plexus, moving up to that. So she moves down. My hands are in the exact same spot. So my shoulders are very comfortable here. My left hand gives energy to the solar plexus, and my right hand just clears it out. Self-esteem is usually the thing here, and the funny thing about self-esteem is that if we decide to be completely authentic, our true self, our soul, if we make that if we are determined to do that, and to be in service as we serve others, when we focus our priority as our highest vibration, our own priority, we really don't need self-esteem, because the life that you create for yourself, so the life that comes back to you, you end up surrounded by people who adore you and love you. It's like that whole thing about the people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind. So when you are in alignment, when you're in service to others as you serve yourself, you really don't need self-esteem, because your vibration's so high that you bring back to you. Your life is a constant feedback loop that you keep bringing back. What you're vibrating out, you're bringing back. It's like Wayne Dyer saying, loving people live in a loving world, hostile people live in a hostile world, same world. All right. So I'm just clearing her solar plexus. And I'm clearing it, and then I'll give it energy. And if there's any big stuff coming up, then I'll let her know. But for the most part, I don't want to deal with a lot of the crap in the solar plexus, if there is, because it's just usually drama. And it's just usually nonsense about what they don't like about themselves, because they're allowing someone who doesn't matter to define them to them. So for instance, like I have a client who just has negative people, used to have negative people. She had to leave all these negative people, and now but she just had to get away from them. She was allowing parents, fiance to define her. So that was what was taking its toll on her third chakra. But she just really needed to get away from all those people. Now that she's away from them, she's doing good. All right, so I don't do a lot with the shit in the third chakra, because it's really, we just clear it out, give it energy, and then by healing the rest and showing your client that, you know, what's going on in the first, second chakra, the heart, the throat. The third chakra seems to be kind of like a catch-all. It's sort of where all the crap ends up. But if you clear everything else up, then the third chakra is like fine. so I don't, we don't spend a lot. And I'm just going to give energy to the third chakra, 3 little infinities. But this person doesn't have a lot, doesn't have any problems here. It doesn't seem like, I mean, everybody, most people are harder on themselves. The Dalai Lama's not going to probably call me for a healing ever, So aside from that, anyone who would want a healing is going to have some stuff going on with the third chakra, but we don't really need to pay it any mind. We just work on the other ones, and whatever information comes, we just clear it, send energy. And now, okay, 4th chakra is the heart. My hands stay in the same spot. My left hand's giving, and my right hand is clearing and sweeping. So a lot of energy is going into the heart, her heart chakra. So the heart can be green or pink. It's usually green. My left hand is really, really going to town. So her heart chakra needs a lot of energy. And she's good for, I almost said she's a good girl for asking for a healing, because her heart really needs this. And she trusts love from me. She can feel that it's clean. I'm not going to ask anything back from her. So she's willing. She's wide open to receiving this love from me. Big heart chakra. She's got a big one. She wants to use it. Her soul wants her to use it. She wants to use it. She's ready. She's ready to love and be loved and do something she loves, and she's ready for her completion phase. She's really, really ready. But she's trying to figure out how to be in completion phase. She's trying to figure it out using old information, using her past in this life, to figure out what she's supposed to do or how she's supposed to. There's a little bit of worthiness issue here. So now I got my arms wide open. I'm just sending her loads and loads of energy to her heart chakra. There's just tiny bits of resistance. Maybe bigger than tiny. There's trying energy in here. I'm just going to make that go. Trying energy has to go. There's trying energy in this heart. What she doesn't realize is that she won't have to try when she's loving the right way and loving the right people, or loving the right way feels better way to say it. It'll be easier that she realizes. There won't be any need for trying. There's no trying. It'll just be easy. It'll be like, wow, I can't believe I didn't already know this, or I can't believe I kept this from myself for so long, or like there's again a negative self-judgment, like, oh, I can't believe I couldn't see this. I can't believe I didn't live like this before, or like basically she knows better than to say I should have known. What's what she's saying. Now, her heart's telling me what she needs to drop in terms of trying to be a good person, like how she takes on more responsibility or whatever, and she likes it. Her heart says what she needs to drop in terms of being like seen as a good person or a loving person gets picked up by, or is made up by, a very coolness, like people. Okay, so like what I would say to her, like, you think people want to be around you because you're so nice and you're such a good person, But different people or better people, like your people, will want to be around you because you're cool. So if you can just drop trying to be good and wanting to be good, and just be like cool with yourself, like, yeah, I'm fine, like I'm good, like I'm here and I'm fully present and I'm full, like I feel all my own energy, I feel all my own love, I feel all my own peace, I feel all my own contentment. I'm just enjoying my own existence. So she ends up being, it's easier because she's not trying to be good. It's easier because she's just chilling and she's cool and she's laid back and she's fun and she's funny and she's clever and creative and funny. I think I said that before, but it's like people will want the right people or the good people or the people in her completion phase will be drawn to her because of her coolness, because she's cool and powerful and capable and like funny and creative, and she's available in a more authentic way than like making herself be available to do something like by taking responsibility on somebody else. Instead of taking the responsibility of someone else, she's just cool with herself, enjoying herself, and then she's available to people who I feel like could pay her. So she becomes available to people who could pay her for something that she can do, like a service that she provides. And they love her because she's cool and she's funny and she's capable and she's so laid back, like chill, like she's cool though. It's like powerful. And as a client, like looking at her, I really want to call her because I really know that once I call her and I ask her to do this thing, then once I put it on her to-do list, it's going to get done. So I'm like a future client looking at her, and I can't wait to kind of make the first phone call to get her rolling to take responsibility for me, but I'm going to pay her. Not like what she's doing now. She's doing stuff for other people now where they don't pay her, but she's taking the responsibility. I'm a future client, and I'm going to pay her, and I can't wait to call her and set the wheels in motion or set the ball in motion for her to take this responsibility for me. I trust her. I like working with her. I like paying her for what she does for me. That's easy for her, and she's cool, and she comes through, and she's there, and she's so present, and she's like a James Dean. She's cool, she's funny, she's smart, she can handle anything they give her. I love working with her, I love dealing with her, I love giving her this responsibility, I love that I can trust her, I love that she's going to do this responsibility for me in a way that's going to be better than if I did it. So if I'm looking at it again, like she's taking my mother to the doctor, I can't wait to call her and say, hey, my mom needs to go to such and such doctor on Thursday, here's his number, could you take her? And then take her out to lunch or whatever, and then send me a bill or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll look. And then the next time I hear from this person, she's saying, okay, I set your mother's appointment up for Wednesday at 4, and then I'm going to bring her out to eat first, and then I'm going to take her to the doctor, and I'll record the conversation, and then I'll get her home, and then I'll send you an email with all that information. Great. And I'll let you know with the bill. So with she's gonna email me the bill with the recording of the doctor. So it took 4 hours at $25 an hour. Say it's $100 for my service or whatever. Plus lunch was $60. And then here's the recording. Here's the voice memo of the doctor. And then that's the invoice. Okay. So as a future client, I really love dealing with this person. I love paying them. They make my life easier. I love the way they handle my responsibility, and I love to pay. All right, I think you got it. All right, but that's in the heart. Oh, I also, as a future client, I love that this person started doing work that I can use her for, rather than just using her energy. Oh my God, this is like me in healing work. Like my healing clients, they're so glad that I am available to do healing work that they can pay me for, and I'm available to them, rather than I used to just fly people to Nantucket, like make no money at all, and I wasn't available for healings. Okay, so same person, same energy, same time, right? Same time and energy, but using their time and energy to let the future clients use them rather than just wasting the time and energy resources on people who are already in their lives, not really paying, not really valuing, not really being so grateful. So it's trading out the people who are in your life now, who love you, who are grateful, whatever, they're fine, that's good. It's trading those out for a higher level of people who love and gratitude, but they pay you and you make a living at what you've been giving away, you start making money on. Okay, so that's the heart now. The throat. Okay. So heart, fill up the energy, fill the energy. 3 infinity signs. Throat. I gotta hurry because I have to take my daughter to vet. And it's like 1:25. Throat chakra. Clearing. But you're getting the idea. You're getting the idea. And I can finish this in my car, actually. All right. The throat. It's communication, self-expression. There's just confusion here. There's a lot of confusion. I don't know what to say. This person's also not aware that people use their time and energy. It feels like she hears the same problems, hears the same stories and problems and issues from the same people. And so then the confusion is, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to this person to help them, blah, blah, blah. So I would tell this healing client, just don't take it in. And don't take it on. Don't take responsibility. If you're hearing the same complaints, the same stories from the same people, you could just say, I'm sorry to hear that's still a problem for you, but let it go. Okay. And then I would tell her she needs to roll her neck more often. But not to take it on, not to try and help anybody with the problems. They're just getting her energy. She has this loving, gentle, like a healer energy. Whether she's a healer or not doesn't matter. But there's still a loving, gentle healer energy, and they're talking to her to get attention from her. And then she needs to just love them. Just love them and say, oh, I'm sorry that's still a problem for you. And just love them. But don't try and rack your brain, because there's a big chance that that person's not going to take your advice. So don't rack your brain. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Feels good to say, I'm sorry that's still a problem for you. Oh, good. And just hug them and love them. But don't take it on, and don't think about their problem when you're not with them. Like, if you're with them, you can say that. But then when you're not with them, forget all about the problem. Just don't try and solve anything for anyone who's not paying you. Just let them, it's not letting them sit in their mess. It's just not using your energy and your time to try to come up with a solution for someone who's really not genuinely asking you for a solution. If you put yourself in a position where they're paying you for that service, then that's more balanced. I don't know if I'm making that clear. Okay, but the throat chakra. Okay, so now I'm just going to give energy to the throat chakra. 3 infinities. I move up to the third eye. It's the 6th chakra. Ooh, okay, so my right hand is on the back of the head. My left hand, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Okay, my left hand is supplying energy to the back of the head, and my right hand is sweeping through her third eye.
Unknown caller. Unknown caller.
Okay. Somebody just called me. All right. Relaxing the belly. Relax the belly. Third eye, third eye, third eye. There's resistance in here. There's she has a higher ability than she's exercising to be intuitive or psychic. She has a higher ability. It does pop out here and there, so sometimes she's right about things. now I'm getting in the way because my ego wants to help her be as intuitive as she can be. Like, get her to the intuition. All right, so I'm going to tell her, no fluoride, you don't want to calcify your pineal gland. You can eat meat, you can eat meat, obviously, in sandwiches, whatever if you want, but lighter foods are better, so fruits and vegetables. Herbal teas, lots of water and herbal tea. Nurturing yourself. Like really, really taking care of yourself. Calming yourself down. 3 to 5 minute meditations, like 5 times a day. Come to your center. Focus on your third eye. Really clear it out. Imagine like light. Imagine heaven's light, highest, holiest source, creator, energy, light, coming through your third eye, washing through your third eye, washing through your whole brain, your pineal gland, and even your throat chakra, your pineal, your pituitary, and your thyroid, making a beautiful triangle, all in the light. Allow all that light, divine healing light, to pour in through your third eye. Take in that light from heaven, wash through your third eye, wash your whole brain, and wash the relationship between your pineal, your pituitary, and your thyroid. Okay. Good. And I have to go now. And then your 7th chakra, your crown. 7th chakra, the crown. So from the 7th, this is how we're going to, I can use my whole hand and I can reach down through her crown and just clear out, sweeping through all of her chakras at the same time. I'm clearing out our 7th chakra, and as I'm sweeping down, like I'm digging it out, whatever, I'm sweeping and clearing her whole channel. So I'm allowing all the light, all heaven's light, the highest, holiest source, creator, energy, and light, to clear down, clear her through her crown, but also clearing all the chakras together and bringing them all into alignment, making it so easy. And then I'm going to finish with, so I lay her back down, but now my left elbow's bent, her head is like there, and then her feet are where my palm is on my left hand. And so I'm just going to sweep through all this stuff that we did. Just sweep through all the stuff we just did, all of it that we just did. I'm relaxing my belly, big belly breathing, sweeping and cleaning and clearing and integrating. And then I shrink her down so she fits in my left palm. So the top of my left palm is her head, and my middle finger, top of my middle finger is where her little feet are. So now she's all clean, and I just imagine she's right here, and she's just right in front of my heart, and she's just in this ball of energy, and I just love her so much. I relax my eyes, jaw, shoulders. I relax my belly, and I just seal all the holes in her energy body. And I fill the whole little ball that she's in with pure white light. I just keep channeling all that light. And I set the intention that she keeps receiving this healing as long as possible. I do 3 infinities on top. And I'll tell her drink extra water for the next couple days. I'll send this video, and then I'll have her watch the video, and then set up an appointment to talk. All right. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Thank you. Bye, YouTube.